What's up guys, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my LEGO Star Wars Mandalorian Season 2 set ideas. So I have a total of eight sets, and then just small thoughts I'll just throw in there. Just like the Season 1 set ideas, which you can check out on my YouTube channel. So yeah, let's start off with Chapter 9, and my set idea for that. Well, they already made the Triple on Tatooine set, and I really want that. So I would say the Crate Dragon, and this would definitely come with Mando, and then Cobb Vanth would be a really cool figure to get, and then a Tusken Raider. So yeah, those would be the figures, and then the feature, it could have a bit of articulation. I would want it to be able to swallow a minifigure whole, and it might have like a terrain build, and like you could blow something up to simulate defeating the Crate Dragon. But then the thought I have is the Gamorrean Fight Club. That could have some cool figures like the Twi'lek, some more Gamorreans, and the Cyclops guy, but you know, it wouldn't have too many features, and I don't really see the appeal of that. Also, it's a bit gruesome. But next is for Chapter 10 of the New Republic X-Wing. So that's gonna come with Trapper Wolf, played by Dave Filoni, and it could come with his partner as well. And then an astromech droid, could be any type. And then Mando and the Frog Lady. Also, all the figures you see here will be in a separate video, and I'll tell you how to make them. But yeah, it would have standard X-Wing features, maybe some improvements. They could improve the mechanisms and add a little more storage space, I guess. And then it could have small little spider builds. And then the thought I have would come with Mando, Frog Lady, and Grogu. And it's just a cave with some spiders, and that's all. But I don't see that being a real set. I mean, I don't think a lot of people would buy that. But except for the Frog Lady and Grogu figures and Beskar Mando. But next is Chapter 11. So this is where it gets interesting. So my idea for that is the Gazanti cruiser. We haven't gotten one since 2015 with the Rebels, and so they could definitely update the design with the live action version. So the minifigures would be Mando. Be very cool to get a Bo-Katan. That would be a really cool figure. She's been in 3 Star Wars shows, yet we've never gotten her in LEGO. But then it would also include the captain of the ship, a stormtrooper, and a Navy pilot. So those would be really cool figures. And of course, you would have the turret that could move, and then maybe an updated design for the cockpit. And you could launch some fighters, I guess. I'm not really sure if you really do that with the Mandalorian version. But then it could also have a trapdoor for like the airlock or breaking in. And then a crate, of course. And so next, and the little thought I have is the Quarren ship. They could come with like all 3 clan trees, Mandos as well. And then some Quarrens for the first time in LEGO, although I don't really think that will be very popular. But next is Chapter 12, and I think the most likely one is the troop transport. So again, we haven't gotten one since 2015 with the Rebels, and that one was in a battle pack, so it wasn't really a full thing. Couldn't even fit a full figure inside the driver's compartment. So this one would come with Grief Karga, a new version of him, and then Cara Dune, a full minifigure of Mithril, and then a scout trooper and a stormtrooper. And so I could have a turret and then the gunner seat. I don't think it would have to be connected though. And then the driver compartment, and then you could have the flaps on the side. That makes it pretty unique. So next, and then the thought is the base. Got some cool figures like the Imperial Scientist and a clone or something, whatever that was. Probably a Dark Trooper. But yeah, I just don't think it would be that interesting. It's mostly just hallways. Although it did have an elevator and a lava thing, but I don't know. Now let's move on to chapter 13. And my idea for that is actually the palace. This time actually including the base as the main set. And so this would come with Mando, Ahsoka, who I do not have, but hopefully I'll get her in the AAT for Christmas. But then the Magistrate, Elsbeth, and then Lieutenant Lang, and then the IG Guard, and then the original ruler. So those would be really cool figures. You could have like things could fall apart like the bell. You could also have a little market stand and the poles with the electrocute people, but that probably wouldn't be advertised as an electrocution place because it's a little gruesome. So just call them cells. But the last feature would be they could like have a little duel between Ahsoka and Elsbeth. And so then the thought I have is like some woods, and that could have the fight between Mando and Ahsoka, and then the training area for Grogu. I don't know, just a cheap set to get some cool terrain and figures. But then now let's move on to chapter 14. So my main idea for that is the like first order looking transport. So this would come with Boba Fett, a new version of him. That would be a really cool figure. And then Fennec Shand, would be really cool to get her too. And then a Stormtrooper squad leader, I think, is what they call, or a commander. And then a shell trooper and a regular stormtrooper. So the features at the door, you could fit the shelling, the launcher inside, just be a stud shooter, and then you could have just a regular cockpit section, and that'd be pretty cool. I would really like it to get some cool stormtroopers and of course those cool outlaws. And then the just possibility is the Sing Stone. Don't know what they could really do, but that would have Mando, and then this could be a cheaper way to get the Dark Trooper, and then Grogu. And then now let's move on to chapter 7. And my main idea there is the Slave One. So again, Boba Fett, but the new armor. And then Fennec Shand again, Mandalorian again, and then Cara Dune again. And then what else could it have? I guess it could have some stormtroopers or something. I don't know. Could have an officer or something like that one guy that Mayfield used to work for. But yeah, it could have like a seismic charge. We haven't had that since 2002 in a Slave One set, so that's kind of a must now. Or maybe it was 2010. Probably 2010. But yeah, that would be a really cool set. Cool, come with some great figures as well. And yeah, now let's move on. But it probably would be made immediately because we got one last year. So, anyways, now let's move on to the Brydonium transport. So that would come with Mando in disguise. So like this, that's the hair I use. But yeah, Mando in disguise. Mayfield, the new outfit, and then the Raider, the pirate guy, and then a shore trooper, and they could even throw in the officer that Mayfield shot because of Operation Cinder. But then now let's move on to the next one, which is Chapter 8, and for this, I would say we need to get the light cruiser. That's the one we need to get. We haven't ever gotten one, not even from the Republic, so yeah. That would come with Moff Gideon, a Dark Trooper, and then a Stormtrooper, and then his lieutenant or something, and then Mando, and Bo-Katan, Grogu, and they could even throw in Luke Skywalker. I would love a Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian. Actually, I mean, this is a pretty good custom. Like, you don't need necessarily a new one, but it would be cool to get such an iconic character like him in a Mandalorian set. And they could do a new face print or something. But, yeah, then you could have, like, shooting features. You could launch the Dark Troopers. You could have a cool bridge, and then the brig to hold Baby Yoda, and just have a cell. Just one would be fine. And, yeah, I mean, it might be, like, a cramped space, but, you know, it would definitely be a really cool set. And they could even throw in a feature to launch the TIE fighters. I don't know. I don't really think that's necessary, but it could be cool. And then my final idea, which is just a thought, is the Clan Kryze Mandalorian fighter. Now, we haven't got a Mandalorian fighter from any clan since 2012. So we need a new Mandalorian fighter. I mean, Season 7 just came out. That has a big focus on the Mandalore, and there's two types of Mandalorian fighters, and now the Mandalorian show has a Mandalorian fighter, so Lego needs to get on making a new one. But this one could have Bo-Katan, and then the two other Clan Kryze Mandos, or maybe there were more, but just a male and then the female one, the other female, and then could have Mando as well, and then I would say like maybe a crew member or a TIE pilot, and then this could be a great way to include Dr. Pershing in a set. So would be a great set. Could have some cool features, like you could mostly just have cargo space and then shoot with it, but it would be really cool. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you think about these, and you could share your own in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.